Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here's what happened while we were away. Bessent was on the wires. He ended up speaking at 1 p.m. instead of 2 today on Iranian sanctions. It will be called Operation Economic Outcasts. The Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Control is going to be sanctioning 60 individuals, entities, and vessels, Bessent had said, targeting key lifelines for Iran, digital assets, technology, gold, aviation, and shipping. He said Iran has two paths, normalcy or total isolation, and that the U.S. will block every potential revenue source for the IRGC and will end dollar access to those who launder Iranian money. He also mentioned that he expects action from other nations, and if there is no compliance, every country should be set for possible U.S. sanctions. Now, markets didn't really move at all on this, as he declined to set a timeline for U.S. action or specifically say what exactly the U.S. planned to do. So it ended up being kind of a nothing burger there. And news on China. We have Chinese hackers use DeepSeek to boost attacks. Researchers say cyber attacks impersonated engineers to subvert cloud controls. And speaking of China, the U.S. is set to impose a 7.5% tariff on Chinese goods over allegations of excess manufacturing capacity before the planned summit between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump next month. The move would restore Trump's second-term duties on China to around 20%, a level that Beijing has previously said is consistent with its trade truce on Washington. Also kind of a nothing burger, but everybody was talking about it, so worth noting as well. Moving on, we had a bunch of analysts, of course, come out and talk about Bessent's actions, or the U.S. Treasury's actions, on Wednesday. Strategists at Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, and other Wall Street firms said that the U.S. Treasury Department's bond backs will do little to reverse the jump in long end yields. Meanwhile, we had Citadel out also saying the Treasury Department's efforts to restrain long-term borrowing costs through bond buying backs is amount to financial repression that risks weakening the dollar and fueling inflation. They argue that intervention would shift the market response to concerns over fiscal outlook and inflation into a currency market, as lower yields reduce the appeal of the dollar and potentially lift import prices. And we had, moving on from that, we did have the Yemen's Houthi militant group targeted another Saudi Arabian super tanker in the Red Sea. According to Maris, which is a maritime safety agency, they said the strike is operationally significant. It demonstrates that the threat to Saudi-linked shipping is not confirmed to Bab el-Mandab or waters immediately adjacent to Houthi-controlled Yemen, but can extend considerably farther north into the central Red Sea. And moving on to the gold market. So there was a massive gold trade going on about 20 minutes after the market opened today. Someone placed a in-the-money bear call spread. They sold 116,420 strike calls in GLD, expiring on September 18th. Those contracts are currently in the money. They collected a total premium of $202 million. The trader then used some of that money to buy the same number and expiry of 430 call strikes for $144 million, creating a $58 million net credit. So this is, I guess, they are expecting a pullback here in gold soon. It kind of seems to be, because GLD is currently trading at 427. So this is a bearish bet, at least in the short term, on, well, massive bearish bet, at least in the short term, on GLD. And then we also got words that gold speculators have gone all in. A record $22.2 billion surge in net futures bet, the biggest increase in over a decade. So there you have it, guys. And with that, I will pass it to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Shai. Well, let's go back to the micro Nasdaq. We talked about it a couple hours ago, and this chart has everything for everybody. Whether you're a gamma trader, you're an order flow trader, you like to draw lines, Fibonacci, whatever it is, it's got it. Now, the one thing that we talked about was that gap fill being a 90% deal on a Monday in this particular market. We're still miles away from that, but I got another stat for you from Edgeful. Initial balance break. There hasn't been a break yet. Remember, the initial balance, the top of the USIB right now, let me just kind of spot this with my cursor really. Give me a couple of ticks one way or another. 243 in spot 25. The bottom is all the way down here at 947.25. We haven't had a break yet, either up or down, not even by a wick. The stat is this: 64% of the time, the last 6 months on a Monday, we've had a single break, either a trade above that white line or a trade below the lower white line. 36% of the time, a double break. I mean, we broke both up and down, and 0% no break. There's 0% no break. So now I'm thinking, all right, we got the gap up high. Odds are on our sides, and maybe we can have a break one way or the other. What do you pick your poison? You want to go for the highs or the lows? Well, we had a really nice. I just added a volume profile here just to highlight regular trading hours. And I was like, all right, where are we at here on this thing? So we had this big benchmark candle here, and then midpoint is pretty much the IB, right? This first 30 minutes was the IB. And we have the midpoint right there by the yellow. That's at 29.095 spot 25. We're trading above that now. Now we retraced all the way back up, and we retraced above the 78.6, but that kind of failed. It was almost fake. Then we kind of went all the way back down to the 61.8, but the 61.8 held with the exception of this little candle here for some reason. Buyers are pushing us back up now to session VWAP. That's the next line in the sand, pretty close to the official point of control, even for the session, not for this little mini thing, little regular trading hour guy I got. So we're right up to a couple areas of interest right there again, where buyers are trying to push us back up. We'll see if we get that IB break to the upside or not. We got a whole bunch of things we got to go. We have to get through this previous session's lows first and foremost before we can even get to the top of the IB. I have a trend line here, loosely fitting trend line, just kind of arcing down, touching the tops of these wicks, sloping down as well. So we'll keep an eye on that also as we go forward. But a couple of stats are leaning toward the top part of the chart, not the bottom part of the chart, from our friends at Edgeful. We'll see. Remember, though, anything could happen. We could have no break. We could have that 10% phenomenon where we didn't fill the RTH. But anything is possible. Anything is possible. But right now, buyers are kind of in charge right now in the micro Nasdaq, pushing things up. Let's shoot over to gold right now. Tracy mentioned it earlier today. Gold is just ridiculously on fire here. Let's go to a daily chart really quickly here just to check it out. It sounds like rain here on the island. I'm just hearing some pitter patter. All right, this is crazy. This is a crazy chart too. We literally this rally started all the way back in the middle of July. Yeah, we had a sideways pause and then a takeoff, another sideways pause and a takeoff. So not necessarily parabolic, more of a step up, but the step ups have been really high steps. Now, the calendar year midpoint, right, the halfway point to the top is 47.91 spot 1. We're not even to that yet. So again, that's a nice target. And guess what it corresponds to? It's 1 point away from a PAX line. So I got my eyes on 47.90 for sure right now on gold. Today was a little equivocal. We have a little small body candle, bigger wick on top. We're hovering right around last week's close or previous week's highs, whichever one you want to shout out. RSI is overbought technically, but that doesn't mean anything. It's strong and it's still sloping up. Intraday, let's take a peek. This is just the session VWAP I added here as well. We're selling off now. We broke that VWAP here, the session volume weighted average price. This is the first candle that closed below the VWAP. That's that 1 o'clock candle. It was complete at 1, and it closed below. We didn't see that phenomenon since 4:30 this morning, the 4:30 candle. So we've been trading above VWAP. Now we're trading below VWAP, below JAX1, below that one-day max, below previous week's high, and we're tapping previous week's close right now, 46.80 spot 6. And this is a lower from a candle point of view. Remember, 30-minute candle. We have a swing. We have a swing. We have a lower swing high, a lower swing high, a lower swing high. I'm calling them swings, even though they're candles. A lower low, a lower low, oops, and then a lower low. So again, trend is down right now in gold, and we have some sweet targets further down as well, including the weekly open at 46.73 spot 4, and then that jacks too. If we still do make new lows, 46.50 spot 0 0, well, spot 0, but that's this afternoon's Edge Report. Let's get ready to trade the close with our illustrious panel. Today we have Nick Furtick joining us, Jack Gleason, and XYZ, aka Jay. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Jack's working double time. We showed his trader profile earlier, and he was like, "All right, I'm coming back this afternoon."
Yeah. Put me on, baby. Put me on.
Oh my goodness. Well, as a matter of fact, now that I open that door, if Mission Control, you could pop this in really quickly here. I'm going to show my screen one more time really fast, if I can, before we flash back to the panel. I forgot to do this during the Edge Report, but this is Jack's trader profile. There he is, upper left. I don't know how Nick got involved. Nick is on this thing and is featured on this.
They can't get enough of me, clearly.
Weird. Oh, there must be some kickback going on, Nick. Who are you paying off to get on here?
You know.
Get a cut of the affiliate deal.
Anyway, these trader profiles are awesome. Here's Jack's. It's recently released. It talks a lot about what he does. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of links to stuff. You could expand stuff and lower stuff and see more videos. A lot of really, really good stuff here. So take time and look at this and go through this, because there might be more stuff here than you know about Jack. He's a man of interest for sure. Anyway, back to the panel. I just wanted to kind of shoot that out there. All right, let's figure out what everyone's doing today. XYZ, let's start with you. What are you thinking, bro?
I would hate to be short this, even though we are trending lower on a volume basis, but that was before they built this down here and then this. So my morning thesis was pretty much, if we're trading above this, best to get out the way. Market's going to go up. We don't know where it'll stop, but just get out the way, right? If you're not long already, you could get long above this. Just don't get short. I mean, yeah, shorts have paid, but that was just my idea. I did well off of that. Still hate to be short up here. There's this, I guess it's a really initiative bid today. They're buying, they're crossing the spread very aggressively. You're seeing huge delta numbers on the positive side every time it tests like a swing. So I've got like these bubbles up. It's like what was it called? Like the large trade detector or whatever. I'm just trying to test it out and see what it says. This one right here it says 127 bought, but on the DOM, I'm seeing they lifted over 400 lots here against the ask. That's huge buying. So yeah, I don't know what the circle's really about, but it's there. The buying was there. Confirmed. But again, I would hate to be short this because although they work their way lower on volume, they're starting to lose it. So that's just what I've got.
Is that a new order flow lab thing? What is that?
No, it's on NinjaTrader. So on Friday's stream, Chris was messing around with like some stuff and he found this little bubble thing. And I was like, that's interesting. I wonder what it would say.
Big
And
bubble guy, huh?
I messed around with it a little bit. I don't know what a good setting is. I mean, they're bubbles.
All
Yeah,
right. Well, I'm supposed to know the platform inside out. I've never seen the bubble thing.
me neither. But yeah, that's what I got today. I would hate to be short. I got longs off in the morning. I would have to be convinced to re-enter this market because the pace has died quite significantly since then. ATR has gotten about 50% smaller. But yeah, we'll see.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Thank you, XYZ. Jack, what are you thinking, man?
On top of XY's comments, I'd hate to be short. I'd love to be long. And I am. Got long across the board here. ES from 68.5 Move this out of the way. I'm expecting us to take out this morning's high. Topside target for the Nasdaq is going to be up around 29,270, 280 area. Dow's acted the best here, best performing market. I'm long that, but I'm really just looking for top of the range here. Honestly, it might sound a little weird, but because it's been the outperformer, I took that trade last. And to me, even though it's like a higher probability trade, just because it's a better performer in my eyes, I'm just looking to take that to the top of the range because I have some pretty correlated risk being long 3 indexes. I'm all in, all out for the Nasdaq, so that means I'm not going to be taking a first target. To me, that trade's either going to work or it's not. And if it works, it's getting a new high of the day. But at this point, I could basically move my stop to break even. It's just below the low. I got pretty good seats. So I'm going to move that stop up there. ES first target here, 76, 78. Going to peel about a third off, and then looking for the midpoint of Friday, and then maybe a new high. My highest target right now is a 76.93 for the ES. And so I'll probably be sitting on hands watching what I got for the majority of the rest of the day.
All right. So on the NASI, the break of the IB high is not good enough. You're letting it ride all the way up.
Yep, I want to see that taken out. My expectation is, we did, if we break the IB high, I think we're going a bit past that. I don't think it's just going to be just a tick through IB high and rolling over. But of course, we'll see. I'm not looking far past it, but I am looking past it.
Got it. Awesome, man. All right, best of luck, Nick. What are you thinking, man?
Not a whole lot. I'm kind of with the boys. The pace has stopped. It doesn't seem like it's as much fun to trade now. I caught a short this morning. We talked about it last night. Talked about it in my prep. If we got below kind of that 300s, this little shelf, I think XY we were talking about last night on NQ. I was looking to short this thing, given that we had a decent amount of poor structure that we could potentially retrace a little bit lower. I didn't think we were going to get really, we'd have to fight below 29K, which clearly we rejected off this morning, but yeah. I was looking to get short there. I covered too early and it kind of pissed me off and we retraced some of it. So no big deal, but I don't necessarily want to. I guess I'd be long for another 70, 80 points to see if somebody wants to reoffer this or if we go up to maybe 400s towards the week open. Otherwise, this is just turning into another dog days of summer type of afternoon trade where you just got to kind of wait and see.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, appreciate you as usual. Before I dip, I do want to remind everybody, we have a big event tomorrow, 4 o'clock after the bell again. We have live in our Discord channel, Anthony Crudele and T-Trades. 4 p.m. East Coast time, live stream. Bring your questions and answers into the Discord. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be giveaways. There's an S at the end of giveaway. Giveaways, plural. It should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be in there as well. So if you get a chance, Tuesday, August 25th, 4 p.m. East Coast time. All right, you guys. Appreciate you being here, part of NinjaTrader Live. I'm going to wish you the best of luck on any trades you are in or you might make this afternoon, and I'm going to dip in the chat.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Hey, boys. Hey, chat.
How we doing, chat?
Good afternoon, all 473 of you. Covered too soon. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Held too long. Have done that too. It's the best thing about partials. You have a little less FOMO if you take a bit off here and there. You took a little off early. You took a little off late. You don't get down on yourself on what you did wrong too often.
I start to get real antsy. If it's just running and I haven't gotten anything, I just get real antsy. It's like my coping mechanism. That's a nice bubble. Yeah, there was a lot of buying here.
We're calling him Bubble Boy.
I don't understand the value calculations. Maybe it's just by bar. I don't know, but this is not what I saw on the DOM. I saw way bigger numbers. Um, yeah, I don't really know how it works or what the bubbles truly mean. Like what is important, what's not, what's a lot, what's a little. It's a big bubble. It was big volume, but I don't know if the little bubbles really mean anything, honestly. I do know this today, since they put in the low of day on NQ, they have been buying at the ask very heavily. Um, with every swing that they've put in, there just have been a lot of positive delta. So they are not just sitting passively on the bid. They're crossing the spread with it feels like with everything. They just want to buy the hell out of it. Which is why, yeah, I would hate to be short seeing that. Um, the this recent overnight low test saw heavy or huge positive delta. Uh, 11 Eastern, huge positive delta for the hold. Yeah. Even the follow through on the way up, they're just crossing the spread. The buyers are crossing the spread, no fear. So that's today's tape. Yeah, there is a setting, but I don't know what's a good setting, what's not. I'm just used to seeing, everything through the DOM, and that's how I get a feel for it. So if it's like trying to program settings into an indicator, I don't know what would be optimal. It's just here for the sake of the stream, like, and if something happens, if it draws me a bubble, at least I can reference it to the audience. Um, Something like this, if the market were to start trading under the overnight low, not only do we lose 2 nodes of volume and a good majority of it, these red bubbles here, why are they getting smaller? I don't understand. Let me just scratch this in. These red bubbles here would tell us, this is where they tried to sell earlier. They did get traded through and above, not good, but buyers didn't buy too much above. And if we're trading under it, now they're gaining steam. This buyer would be not in a good place, and that would be a pretty decent shift in context. Didn't happen, but at least the bubbles might help me illustrate some things. So that's why they're here. Whether or not they're good, no clue.
Yeah. This morning, yeah, Katz, this you said up until Bassett speaks, you were correct. Did you just know from experience? I thought the opposite. You're right. I was wrong. So yeah, so one of the things like I think I'm taking into consideration on a bigger view is if there's a known market moving event, and we're like I thought we were technically at the bottom of the channel in the NASDAQ. If you looked at the selling pressure, it really was only for the first 15 minutes in the morning. There wasn't much of a continuation after. We had that stat that Jim mentioned in the morning, which was 90% of Monday gaps from Friday's close have been filled in the last 6 months. I thought that was an incredible stat. I didn't know that when I entered, but when I was looking at the market, a lot of times, if there's something later in the day that everybody's waiting for, like you got to be thinking, we're down 1% in the NASDAQ, the Dow's up. We're not really in an aggressive downtrend market. So we're probably just expanding, to the downside. But there was literally 15 minutes of selling, and that was it. So that was kind of where my theory came from, that later in the day, there would be that. Bassett is not getting on to say anything bad about the market. He pumps the market. The last time he mentioned something about bonds, I actually don't even know what he's talking about if he's talking about bonds. But the last time he did, created a huge rally last week. So that's always, I'm trying to think of what are going to be things even though I don't care, other traders do. So I'm always being aware of what I think maybe a market news event will do to the market and how people are currently positioned. And this morning they were positioned short, and I thought, price was probably pretty far away. I just thought we'd kind of revert back to the mean by the end of the day, knowing that he was speaking. And that's really all we've done. But getting a nice push here. NASDAQ getting back up into the prior day low currently. It's basically right where we are, Friday's low.
Welcome back. I mean, guys, it feels like I just never stopped streaming. I'm not even a trader anymore. I'm just a
You're just a
YouTube.
talking head.
Yeah, basically. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
So who's short, chat? Reveal yourself.
I would short it, but it likely would mean new high of the day.
Oh, absolutely. If you shorted it, it would instantly just go to where your stop is. Long AF, F, 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 F.
Long from
Congratulations.
122. Well,
Congratulations.
save some points for the rest of us.
Congratulations.
You're right there with me. You're long from 122.
Haven't
where
been
I'm long
fading
from.
taper at all today. Congratulations.
Yeah, gold is I don't know. Gold's been like the best performer, and we're still up on the day. I'm still favoring gold longs personally. Although that position Tracy talked about in the options market was quite large. Not that I care what they're doing, but
What is Nick's channel? Nick doesn't
What?
have a channel anymore. It's our channel now.
Yeah, I don't have a channel. It's the boys channel. It's basically the XY channel with my random humor attached. It's because that's basically what 90% of the value is just going to be XY's EDU videos that he does every Wednesday, and that I cut into shorter clips, and then occasional stuff that we get from Stowe doing good deep dives on mental game stuff. And then you just get random, basically the human equivalent of a meme, which is me.
Yeah, the YouTube is Vibes Traders. Very simple.
Oh yeah, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, man. We're moving
No
up.
way.
Oh yeah, not bad from zero.
We're somebody.
Basically organic. I'm about to start doing ads though.
Dude, I just noticed today, NinjaTrader Live, 250,000 subs. Or quarter million.
Wait. Why have we not been yelling about this?
I don't know. Did that happen today? I noticed it.
But like, why?
Quarter million. Congratulations to the
guys. Why was no one whispering or reminding us in our ears that we were getting close?
This is not a big deal. Like they're just like,
they're
it's
just
nothing.
like, eh.
Yeah, the mile, it's like turning 7. It's not as excited as turning 1. You know, they stop caring. It's not a big deal.
We did a whole thing for the 150, and then the 200, and then now 250 is like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're like,
whatever.
We're not celebrating every 50K.
I just took off 2/3 of my YM trade.
Well,
stop with the break even on that.
I'm not as you guys know, I'm LARPing as a YouTuber part-time. After the 100K subscribers, is it just 1 million is like the next Google milestone?
It's gotta be like 300K is still another 100K.
Maybe 500K.
500K would be huge.
But I'm saying like let me Google it. What is the actual YouTube milestones?
I think I saw. Wait, who does Jim have the like? Because the channel gets one of those things. Like I think it's 100K. Then I don't know. It's almost. Or no, Tanya's YouTube's huge. Jim has the plaque, I'm pretty sure. The next big one's 500K.
So it's 100K, or sorry, 1,000. You technically get into the YouTube partner program. Then it's 100,000. Then it's 1 million, and you get a gold creator award at 1 million.
Ooh.
So 2,000,
okay.
250,000 for Ninja. We both got a little ways to go. We'll get there eventually.
XY, there was huge buying at 122. What about you were long from? No, I wasn't because I literally just turned on the charts at the time. I traded in the morning. I had longs in the morning, then I turned everything off. Then I turned it back on and I saw that and like the market was already doing things. So nope. Oh, big red bubble on XY's chart and we do not know what it means. You don't?
Those are his orders.
It's just it's just a big sell order. A nice light 377 lots against the bid. Nice and light.
Whatever that
So yeah,
guy
I
at
mean,
like 210.
I yeah. The bubble is NinjaTrader's order flow trade detector, I think it's called. Don't ask me about settings, man. I don't know, guys. I just put it on to see what it would be like and to help illustrate things that happen and context. But these are just, I think they're delta tracking. They just track delta. So big green, lots of buy. This was over 400 against the ask. This was almost 400 against the bid. And look what's happening to them. This is why we say we would hate to be short today.
Yes, crazy right now, bro.
All right. Getting in pushes.
Took one cut getting in, still good. Yeah, hell yeah. Can't even feel it anymore at this point. Jefford, congratulations. New alpha, where I just got here with these bubbles. Yeah, it's just NinjaTrader. Nice work, Nick. I've been selling your XY EDU clips making bank. Josh Platinum, you motherfucker.
I mean, I would imagine somebody is.
Arb. It's Furu Arbing. It's the new drop shipping. XY has Chuck D, Nick is Flavor Flav. Yeah, Alpha Rocket. So yeah, I don't know too much about the bubbles. I just know that they populate so that at least I can show people how I build context or if anyone asks something. I'm looking at the Did my internet just die? Am I still alive?
You're still here.
I'm gonna take the
Barely.
rest of this YM off here. So flat the YM.
I'm gonna try to restart this thing.
He's restarting. We'll bring him back. He's going to enhance his charts while he's at it. And now he's business stuck.
Nice. All right. Well, I just got out of my YM. We came up. Let me just show you guys this chart here. These boxes I have, these red boxes, are sometimes when we're range trading, like we just put one at the bottom. It's basically when, I think there's like a support that developed. It's just some NGI or market generated information. When we begin the top of the range, I kind of measure the distance of that. And I use these boxes that you'll see on my screen as potential support and resistances. And I'm long the ES and I'm long the NASDAQ. So I'm just basically taking something off the table here. Is the reason I want to do that, because I haven't taken anything off in the ES. Or no, I took 1/3 off in the ES at 2/3 on, but I've taken nothing off in the NQ. So I just don't need to be full boat long into the end of the day here. Yeah, I do have losing days, Mihar. Believe it or not, I do have losing days. I wish I never had a losing day. I'm not that good. That'd be cool though. Yeah, I mean here's the thing about markets. I mean, like what you have to do to get good, all right, is directionally trade, manage your risk. I mean, we're all directional traders. None of us are arbing anything, right? So by paying attention with my scanner to what markets are moving, and then I'll also just, I have a lot of experience. So, but paying attention to what markets are moving, using multiple targets, not being stuck, only trading one market for one setup. Like all of these things kind of help me, have my edge. I'm not just looking for one thing in the NASDAQ. I can, not trade that. And I can go to oil if oil's moving, or oil or silver or whatever. There's always a market moving better, in my opinion, than the rest, and it's picking that market. It's not always going to be easy, but some days we're not doing anything in the Nasdaq, like we're dead. But the Nasdaq for one market, is probably the best one to trade. That's why people trade it so much, because it's got so much volatility. But yeah, a 5K day on $500 of risk is, I like to kind of like, I have a daily PT most days of like 2,500 to 3K if I want to lock myself out, which is 2,500 is 5R. So, I mean, if I can get 5R a day, like, great.
Sorry, guys, I had to remind my neighbor to pay the internet bill.
He's lying. He actually was just visited from the white van from talking about the bubbles.
They said, take those bubbles off or else.
Yep.
You're revealing the sauce. They didn't want the sauce.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to just immediately gatekeep the free indicator from NT.
That's been around like forever.
Hey, that's proprietary. Don't ask about that. Don't worry about the bubbles.
Yeah, leg to leg is right here. Oh, you mean the volume profile? I don't have one. Nick uses it still. It's right there.
Yeah. It helps still kind of form a perspective, because the delta will tell you one thing, but sometimes if it's a little more of an even auction, let's say, like a point of control or something could build on the swing leg, and you don't necessarily see that just on the delta profile, depending on how much aggression one side or the other may have. This still gives me a shorter time frame visual of, are we kind of continuing to build a little volume and make a move higher, or is it a little more balanced? So I like having it.
Yasaba. It's funny you ask. XYZ, what is your read at open today? I'm getting into order flow, and Dom, can you show how a person could have caught short at New York Open? My eyes were not even open. I was unconscious at the open. And it wasn't until about an hour, a little over an hour after the open, that I actually had opened my eyes, got up, brushed my teeth, all that stuff. So I didn't see it. I was not conscious. But at that point, who cares what the open did? Because we caught longs, right? If you were patient and you waited for the market to make its choices, you could have had some good longs. Anyone in the if you're in the Discord, you know what happened. If you're not, you should be in it, because I broke it down in the Discord for the longs. But simply put, the market went down to a pretty important area, I would say. And they did the trading thing. They built a lot of volume, which means there is selling present. They lost it all and they couldn't get back in. Started to trade higher, and then they lost another one and then kept trading higher. At this point, after they lost the second node, it was just get the hell out of the way, get long or be wrong. But no, I wasn't awake at the open. Sorry. Discord link is, that's a good question. Nick, do you have a Discord link?
I mean, it's on my my X, but
I posted it on X. You just have to find the post.
Yeah, it's pinned on my profile. You can grab it. I mean, you can go to vibetraders.com. You can go to everywhere. It'll all be there.
Vibetraders.com. Yeah, that's the simplest
There's
way.
a link right at the top.
Yeah, when I'm trading, I'm posting in there.
Yes, the room did confirm.
Room, yes, room, please confirm. Yes.
What kind of download speeds you guys got is the question.
Dude, my download speed, I just checked it after I restarted my internet. I'm like teetering on 200 megs download right now, which is terrible. Yeah, I'm living in like 2005.
I'm way less. I'm at 85.
Whoa, you're about to get stopped out on that.
I mean, I'm getting 1020 megabytes per second right now. And I have a
Are you a
shitload
direct
of
link?
things. I am hardwired into the Ethernet fiber, yes. And there are 10 computers actively hardwired in this room.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this fiber to actually get here. Sonic. I hope you guys can tell me that Sonic is good because they're the only ones that are going to offer fiber around here. And I pre-ordered and everything, and I'm just waiting for them to actually get it going because Spectrum is like literal cheeks. Yeah, Rich Pocket, that's the process. That's the hazing process.
You got to have good internet to be a good trader. It's kind of like having like a good pair of golf clubs makes you a good golfer, and you got to use Titleist Pro Vs too. Otherwise,
Or
you
when
got to
you
have
play
expensive
pool,
equipment
you got to keep chalking the stick so it looks like you know what you're doing.
for sure. And you got to have your own stick.
Yep.
You never play with the pool hall sticks. And if you're a bowler, you better have your own
Yeah, if
bowling
you
ball.
got your own bowling ball, it's like, oh, hold on, wait a
This
minute.
guy is
Are we in
with the
trouble?
shirt. Dude, I don't know. I'm more impressed if somebody has their own shoes. I'm like, that I kind of get. I'm like, I don't want to really rent shoes.
And I got a cool story for you guys. I think in, I don't know what year is this. I'm gonna guess like 09, 010. Me and my friends, we started going bowling more often, maybe like once a week, if that. And I was like, well, I'm tired of renting. I guess I'll just buy some shoes. And I found this website that sold bowling shoes to bowling alleys. So it was like a warehouse or something. And I bought shoes for like $10 and it still says rental on the side because it's a supplier.
Oh my gosh. So you didn't, nobody can give you the credit.
So now
They didn't even
when
know
I
how
go to the
cool you
bowling alley,
are.
I break out my shoes that I brought, they'll actually say rental on it.
That's the worst.
Yeah. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Where'd the check?
I bought the low on those for sure. They're not they don't look great. They say rental, but hey, bought the roll. I bought the lows. Yeah, they probably honestly I there probably have been many people
Stolen
that
rental
have
shoes.
thought I stole them. Like you see me packing them up and literally walking out with them. They're like, this guy is stealing rentals right now.
You have to go through a metal detector at the bowling alley by me. I don't really like to hang out
Well, they
there.
look pristine though, so they can't be like rentals because they're pristine. Cooper, that's alpha? Yes, thank you. Very tough buying rentals and wearing rentals. Omni wants some Jack Alpha right now. Can you explain your
Uh,
entries or why you want to be long?
I mean, gosh, Mahar, I feel like I've gone over that 3 times while you've been in the chat. But this morning, like I said, we only had 15 minutes. I mean, look at the NASDAQ chart. Like, let me go to a 5 minute here. Like, this is the open. Okay. We had 15 minutes of selling. That's literally it. And then, like, outside of that, this is really the only pullback here. And I mean, I had that entry earlier when you guys were on air down here. I think the first entry was actually this breakout. And then I think I had a trade around here. And then, yeah, this is my third long. But, 15 minutes of selling off the open. Dow's on highs, Bessett's speaking later in the day. This was actually my first signal long here, this blue bar. I call it, that's a trend bar. And basically, I have 5 indicators that I watch. And if 3 of them or more turn bullish in a period of 25 minutes, it changes these bars to bright blue. And you can see, I mean, literally today, like, look how accurate this is here, here, and here. I figured that if we only had 15 minutes of selling and then basically just a baseline and Bassett was coming on later today, I just thought we were going to float back up. Oh, very rarely this green line here, if we are If we gap below this, I almost always look for a reversion unless I'm extremely bearish to market, which I don't really think there's no higher time frame like extremely bearish sentiment right now. We have mixed markets. Not everything's running in line. Like the ES is trading different than the NASDAQ, which is trading different than the Dow, which is trading different than the Russell. When you have all four indexes trading different percentages, some are up, some are down, you're not going to have a one directional move. Or if you are, it's like pretty rare in one of the markets. Okay. So as soon as I start seeing, potential buying pressure. So we have 15 minutes down, we go sideways for 25 minutes. Okay, as soon as we go sideways for 25 minutes and we hold a low for 25 minutes, I start thinking that low is probably going to hold. So then it's just a matter of, okay, if that low is going to hold, my stop's going to be below the low, how high are we going to rally? And then it's just kind of picking targets from there. I mean, we are struggling above this green line, but one of the things I look for on a reversal, if we're below this green line, is just for us to move back up there. And you can see that's the first place we've stalled. And that is, that level for me is what I refer to as the lower mid. And right now it's just kind of been a wall that we're running into.
DJ trades. The problem with that is I'm not very good. I'm like 100 to 130 at best. So yeah, there will be no hustling at the bowling alley. Like
I was like, what are we talking about?
yeah. He said I
You
could
bowl
try to
130, is
hustle
that what you're
people.
saying?
Score, like bowling score.
Oh,
So I could try to hustle people because I got rentals, but I'm actually good. But the slight issue is that I'm not.
gotcha.
Filter settings a bit, then try a 5100 split. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll mess around with it at one of these points, but this spot is still resistance. I mean, there's a passive seller, there's an active seller. Big red bubble is the active selling. Still hate to be short though, overall.
Any reason you trade on the 5 minute? I don't know. Just kind of feel like it's the best intraday time frame. I look at the 15 minute as well, but
I'm also a big fan of the 5 minute. I do think it's the best. If I had to have one time frame for intraday, I think 5 is pretty good.
if I look at anything smaller than the 5 minute, I'm not seeing the full picture. And when you're trading multiple markets, my goal is to find markets that are trending first. Like, if there's like a market that's just been trending better, either up or down, I like to gravitate to that. But then, like, you got to wait for bigger support and resistance levels. So I'll look up and like kind of mark bigger levels of support and resistance that I'm thinking could bounce us, using like Fibonacci's. And then if they do bounce us, then I'm like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going next? But if I looked at the 1 minute chart on, 10 different markets, I'd just be way too focused on the smaller time frame for me. I got to know what the bigger time frame's doing because that's most important. But yeah, I also use it with my stops and stuff. My targets are all based on 5 minute ATRs, as you guys know. Stops and targets based on the range, the time frame I'm trading. Yeah, so I always any market you see me like on, I've already looked at the daily, I've already looked at the hourly, but I'm not going to stare at the daily because guess what? It moves once a day, and I'm really not going to look at the hourly because it moves once an hour. So I'm aware of what we look like on higher time frames because I've already viewed it at the beginning of my day. And then I just go down to the smaller time frame and kind of watch the behavior around the levels that I'm anticipating to work.
When trading NQ, do you guys ever exit early if ES hits something before NQ? Mia, I sometimes I do, yeah, especially if I'm looking for a scalp, just to like the idea. There's a idea that the scalp is based off of. If ES does it first, yeah, I'm very wary of it, and if I'm on an NQ, I'll give it a few seconds to see if that's where NQ is going to stall and potentially come back. And if I think it might, then I'll just take the trade off because the idea is kind of done. But if it keeps going, then I'll just leave it there. But sometimes, yep, it really depends on what kind of trade it is, what the runway is. Guys, my last trade posted id NT8 Discord channel at Trade Ideas. Not quite sure what you're saying.
So you want us to look at it?
What name of those? Everyone wants to know the bubbles.
They're not real bubbles.
Yeah, I don't. I'll tell you what it is, but don't ask me if they're good or what settings I use because it's default. It's for free. It's on NinjaTrader's indicator ecosystem. Look
But which
for
one do you
order flow
use?
trade. Is it trade detector? Order flow trade detector? I think it is. And that's the bubbles.
He's actually lying. He locked me in a room and made me vibe code this, and he's just trying to say that it doesn't cost whatever $1,000 a month or something.
Gun to Nick's head. Make me bubbles. Yeah, they're just like the name is pretty true to what it is. It's just called order flow trade detector, and it just detects larger trades. Like this bubble here was 400 plus against the offer. This was like 370 against the bid, selling into it, and you got these bubbles. And now the sellers are they're getting some traction, but ultimately, until they're trading below the overnight low, 110s, I still think it's a strong bid market because every time they've come lower, a really, really, really decisive bid enters the market and absorbs the selling and actually buys the ask. They will buy all of the stock that the sellers are willing to offer. That hasn't changed. That has not changed at all. So if it trades back down, you could expect the same thing to happen. And if it doesn't, then perhaps things have changed, right? And you know that there's a lot of buying in this range. So trading under would probably not be ideal. But yes, context building through order flow. Jack to the pits. Yeah, they might be a little different. I mean, everyone's got their own bubbles, right? So many platforms and so many bubbles, different calculations, perhaps. I'm not a big bubble guy. This is just for the audience. If I wasn't streaming this chart, these bubbles wouldn't exist on them. I just look at the DOM instead. And there's leg to leg delta. Yeah. So it's more for visualizing like what I'm seeing and thinking. Big bubble hat.
Big scary bubble guy.
My playbook, just go on my Twitter account. My playbook is in the link in my bio. I think it's in my bio. Pretty
You
sure.
can also go to vibetraders.com and watch XYZ as a ninja fight some kind of monster to get to his playbook.
Yes, if you go on my Twitter and you click the link for my playbook, it actually goes directly to the Vibe Traders website where the playbook is. So
Spent a lot of time vibe coding those video game fights.
dude, the website looks legit. And the playbook, I mean, it's clean. Like everything,
I
the
cleaned
hosting.
it up. I DAI slopped it a little bit.
How much for the BBLs? If you got to ask, you can't afford it.
They're cheaper in Tijuana though.
Jack's got a guy.
I do. Got my BBL. I got my bubbles a long time ago. This really is getting kind of obnoxious now. Failure to continue through that prior day low in the NASDAQ 29,220 just kind of failed from there. Russell weak here continuously. We went right to the prior day low in the Russell and caught a bounce. Dow still acting the best.
Super, super slow tape. I think the tape might speed up under the overnight low. But as long as the tape is slow and they're above overnight low, I don't have any faith in the sellers.
I have bear amnesia, so I'll happily jump back on the bear train when the moment serves me.
Yeah, definitely below overnight low. I mean, maybe get us down to like 29.
If they trade below there, there's about almost 4 hours of buying that will be offsides and stuck.
Yeah,
It's quite a
maybe back
bit.
to 29,000. If we can crack that.
Composite trader, thank you. I do also agree with that statement.
Yeah, the overnight low is the low before the open.
If I didn't have volume, how would I find confirmation to enter a trade? What levels would you? I mean, technically, if anyone's following my content for execution stuff, I'm on the DOM and I'm not looking just at volume. I'm looking at the bid and the ask. I'm looking at pull stack refreshing. So the entries would be the same. Take away the DOM, I'm probably looking like at a 15-second then. I'll put a 15-second chart on and pretend it's the DOM. It's kind of the same vibes, honestly. Yeah, that's what I would do. Don't forget to look at the bubbles. Bubbles be bubbling, you know?
Yes, 50% retracement from the 145 low is right here. It's also that prior low of the day. I want to see the ES hold here. But yeah, NASDAQ, I don't know. I think it could be a little more rangy.
Yes, I use NinjaTrader DOM. It's the free DOM that Leo has released to all. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Okay. Jacob, wifey approved. New standard. Jacob says his wife approved your website, Nick.
That's nice. Tell her thank you.
Tell her to log into her YouTube and into the stream and hit the like too.
My wife has like casually showed that to random people at times. And it's like weird. Because she only like half gets, but even she only half gets like what we, the giant podcast thing that we do. And then you layer in like the other side businesses and the AI coding stuff, and that's like another layer that she doesn't quite understand. And so she's like showing these things, which is like me as a cyborg fighting a bear in the middle of an oil field, and it's just like it's weird context if you don't have the context.
So what does her mom say? Is she like, when is your husband going to get a real job?
I think that everyone's still waiting for that, yet here I am.
Like, how do you guys still have money? This guy doesn't have a real job. He hasn't had a real job in ages.
The guy's just acquiring a GPU a week and somehow is still here.
This
Feeding
guy
a
literally
baby and a
doesn't
wife
work.
that don't work.
And then if she's like, yeah, he does. Look what he's made. They're like, that's what I'm saying. This guy's not working. What is he doing?
For the record, guys, all of the fun AI adventures that I have generated a whopping $0 in profit. I will call it deferred revenue. It's a pre-revenue side hobby currently.
Trust me, revenue.
You're gonna start
might be
raising money
early.
in a multiple then, just
Yep.
for the views.
I'm just gonna, Jack, I own like 5 domains that are .ai at this point, so I'm just gonna,
They
go
will
stealth,
pay.
go
They will
stealth startup and just see who comes a knocking. Just keep it very vague.
Yeah, big words,
Pre-revenue.
big words. Just use big words.
And then even when people are like, oh, he must make money trading, you'd be like, well, that's actually the thing. He doesn't trade.
I don't trade
He
apparently.
doesn't place trades.
Meanwhile, was talking about getting short up here, but didn't want to be the one that gets everybody in trouble when we make a new high of the day. So,
Frank, some are bubbles, some is the wine.
how do we short? I mean, I kind of wanted to short a little higher.
I know nothing. Yeah, the thing is, he got caught. I'm sure they'd be doing that. Nick is from the tech industry. Profitability isn't a priority.
Yes, it is in fact
That's
very
actually
true. As
That's
one
actually
of
so funny.
one of these companies for some reason is trying to raise a $2 trillion IPO. Meanwhile, there's a frontier model sitting on a stack of computers behind me.
In tech, profits are a fringe benefit.
Yeah, a couple of these companies are negative cash flow. Google's negative cash flow for the first time in how long? So
I mean,
just
there are
follow
like
the model.
there's so
just
many
have-
companies, tech companies that have not made a single dollar for years, and then they'll IPO.
Yeah, as if they're going to make more money. Yeah,
Yeah, trust me, bro.
it is going to be interesting. We actually see some of these major AI companies IPO.
I mean,
Anthropic.
they're hiring people I know and people that I worked with. And it's not a bad thing. It's just they're growing like absurd. They're paying these people a lot of money in base salary and stock because I know what these people made. And it's kind of like you're bringing in, I don't know. It's a weird gambit. If you guys didn't know, I in another life, I did work for Big Tobacco for one point in my life out of college. And
Wow.
somebody I worked with went down the lobbyist arm for them, and she got hired at OpenAI. So that's fun.
Would you like a schmuck and a pancake?
Big Marlboro guy. Cowboy.
Big Marlboro guy.
Yeah, now all Nick has done really is make RAM really inaccessible. So, yeah. Pretty sure they're gonna bid this overnight low if they get there.
I kind of want to buy this.
They're probably gonna like sweep the overnight low and bid it again.
Kind of want to buy this.
Still think it's better than selling it. What do I know? Nick is currently building the first ever retail data center in Texas. Dude, you're not
You're not
wrong. That's
wrong.
like the crazy part.
You're not that far off. I mean, I've got an insane amount of memory.
It's probably like 85 degrees in there.
It's actually not that bad today, but it is 110 here in
What,
Texas.
I mean, what do you do with it all?
A lot. A lot,
Like, are
Jack.
you? I mean, just like
You
how
sound
much
like
do
one
you
of his
need?
in-laws. Okay, but what do you do?
Like, what do you? I mean, how many? I mean, you have 5 computers you're running.
Yep. I am
And
currently
you do
running
what exactly?
the DeepSeek's frontier model locally, which is nice.
Oh shit. He just consumes electricity.
I consume electricity and RAM. No, I'm
People are gonna
building
start protesting
so
outside of
many
his
side
house.
things, Jack. I started a little side business back in my old world that's getting off the ground.
Oh, you have
Okay,
something
yeah.
to show
I
the
was gonna say,
in-laws
is it
then.
all trading related?
No,
Like,
no. I'm out of ideas for trading. Like I've already rebuilt a dashboard. I'm doing option stuff for the Discord. Like there's only so many lanes I can go here before like I'm regurgitating models that have been around forever and I'm not adding any value to it.
Gotcha.
Wrong. Illegal horse racing.
Yes, like that's the important stuff. Underground 3D horse racing.
Mm-hmm. Don't show that one to the in-laws. Just show them the other real business. But yes, guys, can you believe it? Nick actually is using all of that for a real business. Crazy, crazy. But I think not long from now, there will be angry mobs protesting outside of his house with like say no to data center signs and stuff.
Yes,
Nick is
Frank.
single-handedly
They all know
responsible.
their commission's coming in the second I get there.
Well, if I need any GPU, I guess I'll just rent from you.
Yeah. I'll just I'll start outsourcing compute for everybody. Not outsourcing. I will supply compute. That's weirdly going to be a business. I know that is.
Yeah, I just read an Italian guy's comment.
Yeah, I have no
Yes,
vision.
that is also true.
That's like anti-copy trading. Damn, Chaz, funny as hell.
Oh man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, market? Are we having a slow close, guys? Are we having a slow
Oh,
close?
hell yeah, we are. I honestly think it's gonna go
Yes.
towards that overnight low, maybe sleep it a little bit and not trade under it. I don't think the market will be trading under this overnight low much because it's still pretty slow unless they actually get some pace and like turn into a whole different person under the overnight low. I think we're closing above it. Your bubbles say go short. Mine aren't saying anything at all. Hourly looks like butt.
It doesn't look great.
Yeah, hourly does not look bullish anymore. I mean, that's a lot of 1, 2, 3. That's I think I changed my mind. I think we will be trading under the overnight low once we begin trading under the overnight low. That's what these candles are saying. But we'll see. Predictive, I mean, reactive, not predictive. But yes, these candles, ominous, very spooky, very threatening, very threatening. Tape is, I mean, tape is okay. Tape's normal. Candles, not normal. These right here, not this one first. It's like, hey, oh, okay, wait a minute. Not normal. And this one is like extra not normal. Extra not normal. No, Anthony, I said we will continue to trade below the overnight low if we do trade below the overnight low. You wouldn't get it. It's Furu speak. You wouldn't get it. I got to make sure that I cover my bases, you know?
So below the low, we're going to continue lower.
Essentially, yeah. I
Yeah.
think
And then
so.
above the high.
Because
If we go up, we're going higher. And if we go down, we're going lower.
no, not we are going lower. We might be going lower. You gotta,
Ah, that's right.
yep.
We might go
Mhm.
lower if we're on lows.
Yes, never in absolutes. Never.
And if we hold here and don't go lower, we may go higher.
We likely will go higher.
I tell you what, Dow is still hanging out on highs. You want to, like, this is the real talk, besides the jokes are cracking. Like, if I'm looking at the performance of today's index and I'm going into the overnight session and I'm going in tomorrow, paying attention to what market's the strongest and what's the weakest. I mean, you can see it if you just look at price, but if I pull up my scanner here and look at like the indexes, the Dow is trending up 58%. Really, these other indexes are not. The Russell's down 71% of the day, or by trend, by my definition of trend. These are, my own proprietary numbers. Nobody knows what's going on here but me. But
Very
if tomorrow, if we're weak, I want to short the Russell, and if we're strong, and if I'm looking for longs, I want to be long the Dow. So that's how I'll select the markets tomorrow. I mean, the ES and the NQ, which of course are the two I'm in, but the Dow I'm out of because that one hit my targets. The other ones I'm not because guess what? We're doing nothing. We're doing nothing.
Damon says, I don't know. Market is pretty absolute. It absolutely does what I don't want.
That's good. I have days that feel that way. I have days that feel that way. Other than that, man, Mondays are kind of boring, I think. I said it
There
earlier,
was a
but
time back in the day, the term power hour was not for nothing. Power hour was power hour.
power hour doesn't exist in summer. But yeah, no, I know exactly. There was a time back in the day where it was like, okay, 2:00, just go long. Like that was like the trade.
That's actually how it was when I first started trading futures in 2021. It was just once it crosses that power hour, you're long or you're wrong. There is nothing else to debate at all. The market could be closing and it's still just going up. And that was the market I began trading. Yeah. Do what you do, but once it's power hour, everybody get long or hate yourself.
Now it's power napping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
power
I
hour
agree.
is a power nap hour.
Oh,
What's that
Yo,
little
this is
Coke
crazy.
sponsorship?
Dude, Coca-Cola, they got these names on here. Look what we got
You got
here.
one with
We got Ho.
wow. Save that one. It's
I
going
know,
in the
I kind of
museum.
want to drink it. I'm definitely saving this.
It's going in the museum for sure.
Dude,
If you didn't know,
no,
guys,
I'm saving this for the right moment. Gosh, I gotta get another one.
are you gonna shotgun a Coke right now? What are you doing?
Nah, dude, I'm hungry, dude. I needed like
Dude,
something
I'm
to
pretty
eat.
hungry too. I'm looking around. I got no
The
snacks.
last thing I ate, I don't know, you guys missed it this morning, but I chugged eggs on air.
Eggs?
That's the
Like
last thing
raw
I
eggs?
ate.
You just
Yeah,
cracked
just
it
Like-
raw
in
eggs.
to
Like
a,
Raw
Rocky
eggs and
style?
milk.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You should do it again.
Yeah, it's only once a day kind of thing. It's my breakfast. It's my protein shake.
I
Just
want to see it. I
3
want to
raw
see
eggs
it.
and a glass of milk.
Wait, so you literally just cracked eggs into a cup? How many?
3.
3? And then just chugged it on air and then just
Yeah,
started making money? That
exactly.
is that as like alpha as it gets, guys? What is more alpha than that? Like,
What's
oh
a
yeah, are we
tiny?
on? Am I on? Am I on this thing? Just crack the eggs, drink it, start making money. Day in the life.
It's basically how my morning went. But yeah, no, the Salma and Tanya were talking about chugging milk, and I was like, all right, you guys want to see what I do?
It's like I don't have any milk, but I got these eggs.
I do milk and eggs. I get the
What, so
chicken and the cow.
you chugged milk after the eggs?
No, you put the eggs, you crack the eggs in a glass, and then you pour milk over the eggs, and you drink them together.
What? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it for tomorrow.
All right, I think tomorrow morning, are we on? No, that we're not. I was gonna say,
You know what? Wait, I can just play back this.
yeah, you can play it back. It's right when I get on this morning.
Like
So
I
whenever,
actually want to see this. I want to see this.
so I enter the stage. Some people do a walkout song. I just chug
It's like
eggs.
Stone Cold Steve Austin instead of cracking the beers together. All right, let's see.
Well, guys, everyone just jinxed the trade. It didn't work because everyone started talking about it. You can't scare my trades.
All right, let's see here.
I don't eat on here.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a huge glass, but there's 3 eggs in there?
No, like a full glass. Oh god, like
Oh,
12.
that's like a 3 gulps. Impressive.
Yeah, one for each egg.
Impressive.
Kind of hard to get 2 yolks down at once. I don't open, some people can like chug a beer and they just open their throat and drain like the whole beer bong in like half a second. Not
Oh, you
me.
see someone, yeah, just lift like a glass of beer and it's all gone.
Yeah.
All right.
I would rather drink eggs than chug eggs than chug a beer. I can't chug a beer. A cold beer, it's just too foamy.
Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
What's this? Nick was in a trade for a brief moment. Did I
I
miss
was
that?
for a brief moment, and the
It
chat
was
jinxed it.
jinxed.
Dang.
It was a 4-tick stop.
4 ticks stop.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know how big it was.
Italian guy. Chat.
Yeah. Gold kind of peeking back up here after
There's a
bottoming.
passive seller that's sitting on price right here. So I think honestly, if they trade above like 163, this thing's just gonna fly back up.
Dude,
Because
I hope
this just
so.
would say that selling is still not getting anything down here.
I hope.
Literally trying to sit on price in these 150s. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Anyone get long my SOP?
Nick's signal service works a little differently than most.
Yep.
I did. It has edge. Stops BE now. Congratulations. Amazing.
Congrats.
Wow, chat is literally just like, yep, uh-huh. They learn fast.
Need the tip jar up.
This is gonna ask you a few
Get that
questions.
wish list going, Nick. That Amazon wish list. More RAM.
More, it's just
I need
all
more
RAM.
RAM.
More memory. It's just RAM. It's just memory. Just computer chips, SanDisk cards.
Aiming for 400. Wow. Where the hell is? Oh, geez.
When you aiming for that for today or this
Yeah,
week?
that can't be today. It ain't gonna happen today.
I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna happen today. I agree. Not today, Junior.
Ain't today because they got a lot of work to do. Just as soon as they get to like 280.
Dude,
Not today, sir.
Oh,
I do like the 29,380 level. I've been saying that since this morning. I will be looking to short that when it occurs. We'll see. I think we'll get up there tomorrow. But yeah, kind of 29,280 area is really all I'm looking for today. I mean, it's still a swing high, but those highs from 7:30 this morning, I think are going to be hard to get through. We got 40 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen.
UE2G forever. I think we'll break IB high. It's sellers are not, they're just not doing it. They're literally trying to sit on price in the 150s passively, like offer, and they're being traded against right now. So the market moved down, sure, but the selling followed the market down and just realized they ain't got the juice right here. We're not even at the overnight low.
Jim gave a stat when we got on about what percent of the IBs broken on Monday, I believe, and it was really high. I forgot what the exact number is, but you can rewind back to the beginning of this segment. Or maybe if he's listening, he could give it to us again, but it was really high.
Yeah, a bunch of passive selling just got bought through, so they're still not worth a damn. The sellers. Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time.
Here we go.
That was close. That was like kind of 1-to-1, honestly.
You know, Anthony used to be a court reporter before. That's why he types so fast.
Oh, what's it called? Stenographer? Is that what it is?
Was that the word?
Stenographer? Am I tripping, chat? Is that what it is? Am I just saying shit?
I'll tell you what, I think Russell's finally bottomed here.
Stenographer.
I think the lows in the day for Russell. Okay. Well, there was the gap fill and then there was the IB break. So he had two. It was 90% of the gap, which I don't think we're filling the gap. So today is the 10%, but you know, we at least made a move towards it.
Look at
and
this.
We were down 1%.
Sheesh.
Well, you know, who knows? If we squeeze highs here.
I mean, I think it would be a new high day because that's where IB is, and they haven't cracked IB on NQ yet.
I got stops. So new high of the day makes sense.
Plus extra confluence.
That's also true. That does give me a little more confidence in the trade.
You can actually pretty much just buy any price up to new high of day right now, and it'll work. Not financial advice. Please don't do that. But you could. Gold broke out of uptrend.
Broke out of uptrend?
Broke out of the uptrend. Downtrend? Already bought this trade. Sell it, man. Sell it. Any news today? I mean, not on schedule, but you never know. Peace Talk Tape has has dwindled as of late. Omni has tracked everyone's trading, huh? Buy Nick's original trade. I'm telling you right now. Oh,
Well, maybe that's it, because a bunch of absorbers decided to come in and ruin all the fun. Where's my cursor? There it is.
they're still buying the hell out of this market right here. Like
But all the
anything that's on the offer is
shenanigans.
being lifted till further notice. No strike higher. Got advantage here. We'll stay here until 10 minutes of the day. You're saying we're going to pin at this price until the
Oh,
algo?
hope not. I'm so bored. Chill.
Yeah, that is true. Peace talk tape has become financial warfare tape. It's no longer peace talk tape. And the buying is not going to matter. I think that's kind of impossible to say. The buying is always going to matter. No? No? I mean, this kind of buying or selling always has implications.
Guys, I'm not in a trade. My stop has already been hit. You should be long, allegedly.
Yeah, Nick's no longer in a trade, which means
I
you
literally
should be in the trade.
I literally got low tick stop too. Like
I mean,
I just said,
that's the natural case though, isn't it?
yeah, it really is. God, I hate myself.
Nice balance day. Seeing a headline here, 50% of the video employees now have a net worth exceeding 25 million. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Does nobody else see the 1 hour on NQ? I mean, yeah, we were just talking about how very threatening they are, these candles here. Very, very menacing looking, ominous. You know, in a vacuum, if I were just looking at these candles, I would not want to be long this because it's very threatening. It's a jump scare. When I pulled up the 1 hour chart, I actually got jump scared, like literally. So very scary. In the futures MQ. Yeah, very, very scary. Um, But yeah, the candles look like that. The order flow looks like what it looks like. They're just buying whoever's offering this, every single offer that's showing up on the book, they are crossing the spread to buy into that, which is not a bearish situation. So, it's going to come out to one of those things where if the market goes up, the order flow people will be like, see, order flow. And then if the market goes down, the candle people, like in the futures, would be like, the writing was on the wall. Like, are you stupid? So it's just one of those situations
Candle
right now.
people.
Yeah, it's gonna
Sounds
be
like
like
a
everyone's got
scary
their
movie.
ideas right now, and once the market plays this out, the winners will get into the chat. That's something we see all the time. Everyone makes their calls, and when they're wrong, they're gone. They're never to be seen again. And if you're right, you're just all over the chat. And then we congratulate you, since that's what everybody wants.
I need a stick to poke this market. We're going to get those Martian on close orders, maybe.
They're still buying the hell out of this. Every
Let's
offer.
go. I'll move my stop up if we can get moving. They're both my stops are above my profits, but I'm glad I took at least a Dow off on highs to get something in the bank.
Stowe's burner. Now that's big brain. Yeah, guys, order flow is just saying the same thing. It's anyone who's willing to sell, they will sell that fast. And that just tells me there's extreme urgency in buying the market. And we've seen that at every swing low that they've put in, every single one. And we're getting the same result right now. Just look at the deltas building at every swing low. So it's really tough. Candles, so spooky, but order flow is anyone who says, I've got this for sale, they're snatching it right up. They don't care. They want to buy it. Where are the bubbles? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the settings should be. I don't really know much. I just use the DOM. And you don't even need a DOM, just even a leg to leg or just anything that looks at delta, your footprint. You're just seeing positive delta building. If they're willing to sell it passively, they're going to buy that thing up. And they've just been doing that the whole time, the whole day, actually, from the lows. Every swing low. It's not going to be until they get traded against that, any move down can occur. So right now the swing low goes what, to like 140-ish? So 140 to 164, huge initiative buying. From the lows, every time we've saw this kind of buying, that is the swing low. They create the swing low out of it until it changes, right? And that can only change if they get traded against, which means we're trading below 140s to start. Then you got to deal with the overnight low, which saw really big buying. I mean, they bought like 400 lots at one price. So there's a lot to consider.
Final half an hour.
Look for a short now. Look, just see. I am sell. Okay. DZ.
Wasn't someone just talking about the hourly?
No, a different person.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, the hourly guy is also staying out of longs. But DZ says, I am sell. Ha 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 ha, I am sell. Look for short now. Look, just see. So we've got our daily quant showing up to guide us through uncertainty. And we will see. We'll see. Chat, are we mostly short or long? Who do I root for here? Still long, no position. Short. Oh, short. Sorry, Jason Lee. Apologies. It's only gambling if you don't know what you're doing.
It's only gambling if you don't know that you're going to win the trade. You have to know you're going to win.
Salt shorts, spicy longs, pick one. True. True. Big if true.
Are we going to roll?
There's a lot of buying above, just above. Let's see what they get under it. ES just dumped a lot of delta. A lot. So we're finally seeing strong buying not get continuation for the first time. This could be the shift. Buy 120, trust me, bro. Reasonable. I say that's reasonable. Look at this. Very, very spooky. Still very threatening. Every time I pull up the 1 hour, I flinch. You know, it's just so threatening.
I'm scared. I don't feel safe.
Literally a jump scare every time. Look at all these wicks. XY, please try to act like you are searching for shorts on Dom. I would
That'll
not
move the market.
like any shorts above overnight low, that's for sure. This is a decent start for shorts because they finally are selling past buying. For the first time in like 4 hours, they're finally selling under strong buying. They haven't done that since. It's a good start, but they got to be trading under 110s.
All right. Is this where I buy it with both hands? Everybody?
Probably.
They're not worried about where you're buying. They're worried about where you're stopping.
Did you say who still prop trades? Literally everybody.
Like everybody.
Literally everybody.
Except me and Nick.
And yeah, Jack. Apparently just XY night. Jack, I don't think really does very often, but I know you have randomly.
Yeah, I know I will.
Here's a good example with NT delta bubbles. Dom is showing aggressive buy on the last leg up, but NT bubble is showing one negative delta bubble. Yeah. DZ, if you're talking to me when you say much respect to you, my mentor, I would unmentor me from your mentoring because you clearly know better than I do here. You're getting paid on the short. You followed the very, very threatening candles.
Is it threatening?
Dude, I don't want to pull up the 1 hour chart again because I keep getting jump scared every time.
I feel threatened.
I flinch when I do. TP hit. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now I can root for. I don't know if I even need to root for Jack because he makes money all the time, so I don't feel bad for him at all. Actually,
appreciate you. I don't need anybody.
Oh shit! I thought my mic was muted.
I don't even root for myself.
Thought my mic was muted.
I don't root for trades. Just let them happen.
Jack just keeps making money.
Sometimes
so
I root. I should lie. I sometimes I'm like, let's go, let's do something. But like I'm not excited enough right now to root for anything.
Tape is too slow.
Yeah, it's just like I need.
Guys, we went over this. The tape is not normal.
Everyone's really just waiting for Nick to place a stop somewhere.
I mean, I got to get long first, guys.
They're waiting.
We hold this low here and bounce pretty. I think we're going to go right back to just 90s and then probably do nothing. Either that or we're going in 90s either direction. We're going in 90s below us or 90s above us. That's my prediction.
Delta negative, let's fucking short. Jason Lee, I'll pay you back in installments. You have like Klarna?
I'm still waiting on my Zell. Jason, everyone was supposed to Zell me for the long earlier. Gave you 20 something points.
You telling me chat
More than
is
that, give
full
you
of
like 30
liars?
points. Not liars, scammers and schemers.
No, oh, we knew that. Yeah.
That's our
Yeah,
chat at
for
least.
sure. For sure. We knew that.
Congrats, Suspicious. Passed an evaluation account today. Good job.
Nice.
Two funded. Congrats.
Not a whole lot going on today to pass. So sometimes you just need that one more oomph, though.
Ooh, pulled up the 1 hour. Got scared myself again. Scared myself.
This tape is so boring. I don't even want to work out today.
Yeah, anyone who's holding longs, yeah. Italian guy's right. Just pull up the 1 year. You'll be all right. Gold. 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 No. Very nice. Very nice. Press cross below call resistance for CL. Nick's thinking about it. I know it. I know it. The time's coming, chat. Actually, the market's about to close. I don't think he's going to do anything. No trades, chat. Do it.
gold pumping here in the last 10 minutes, up about $10 in 10 minutes. Actually moving. Wow, we're going into this is brutal. Everybody's gonna be waiting on the video, I guess, this week. Take it up Wednesday.
Wow, ES putting in some serious selling here. Serious selling on ES.
Yeah, or Warsh could be. Yeah, I mean, I would say the market is longs are definitely a little more exposed to a stop wash here, but do not know what's going to happen. I wish I did.
Yeah, if you look at ES's tape right now, they're trying to run straight through any bids. Very angry ES. Very scary. Threatening. Would we classify the highs of ES as poor? I guess if you look at like where it traded, maybe like on a TPO perspective, but in volume, not the worst, honestly. It's not the worst. Yeah. Wouldn't be something I would have tried to trade back into. It's not egregious enough. ES tape right now is still so heavy. They're literally trying to murder anyone on the bid. Ooh, now it's gonna go to ES 7666 no further. Spice.
That seems a bit aggressive.
Wait, are you the one that said who said we were gonna go to
I actually like that level, 7666.
666?
Oh, like the previous 4-hour high, basically. 4-hour open, excuse me. I'm just eyeballing that.
Hey, thanks, game update. Love the hindsight. It's good.
I'm dead. Hot take, hot take. Why am I looking for a long? I'm not looking for a long. I'm certainly not looking for a long. And if I were, I would look at what ES has been doing for the last few minutes, and I certainly would not want to be looking for a long because it's really angry. Rumo, yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He's been in 400 points of drawdown. The quants don't last too long in the chat because at some point they always get got and they never want to come back and talk about it. Makes me sad. He was here. Did he give a new trade?
I got him on the B. Right? see final 10 minutes has got in store for us. Is it a whole lot of nothing or is it a jam bar?
I think my favorite comment of the whole session was the one that
Attention
just told
traders,
you that you should have took
it's
profits.
algo time.
That was
Thank you,
definitely
Kane.
my favorite. Italian guy, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Well,
Make me crazy. I mean, I just think you're running out of time. I would be taking profit targets right here. Realistically, I don't. You're looking at 9 minutes left. Are you trying to hold overnight?
discipline works. You got to wait till after Labor Day, unfortunately.
Oh, composites, a good point. How do you form a directional bias when NQ and ES's delta and tapes are so opposite of each other like today? When I was trading, they were in line with each other. Same information. Yeah, in the morning. I haven't taken anything in this session because, yeah, it was too wishy-washy for me. There it is. There's the victory lap. I've been staying short for an hour. I've been back. NQ short was easy money. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. DZ, also congratulations. I bet you wish you held that short right now, but you made money. Yeah, these jump scare candles, huh? Playing out. Playing out. In the futures, NQ, how did you trade the shorts? Did you make a lot of money? Where'd you short from?
Yeah, where are we short from? my friend, in the future.
I
Futures.
thought I read you didn't take any shorts. You just weren't getting longs.
All right, everyone get long VWAP and just send it higher.
Let's see. Oh, the candle, dude. The candle doing the thing.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Great trading shorts. Buy now. Maybe not. Market's about to close. And hit the like. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Plenty of time.
Wait. Someone called 666 also as a guarantee.
Love those. Those are my favorite type.
Did not trade yet. Yet.
But it's guaranteed.
It is guaranteed, yes.
Just like the 120s. Really didn't do much.
Yeah, they didn't do too much under overnight low just now, huh? That's tomorrow's problem.
So NASDAQ failed every single thing, didn't it?
Keeps failing.
Yep.
I mean, we didn't close the gap. Did we even break the IB? We didn't break the IB.
No.
No IB break. Pretty amazing.
Only
Man, what a double loser.
Which was put in 20 minutes.
Yeah. 300 range IB is pretty wide, but not enough for you to not expect a break.
First time in 60 days we didn't fill the RTH gap on a Monday. And the first time in 6 months we have no IB break on a Monday. I'm thoroughly disappointed.
It's just a little bit of variance once in a while.
Jack, you're trying to get in a position right now, looks like?
I mean, I have limits below us that I'll fill here if they trade. 50% are chasing long for the day, and the NASDAQ is right below us at 90s. I said we're going to trade 90s below us or 90s above us, and we basically traded 90s below us. Traded 95 there. But yeah, that's a level I'll trade into Asia too.
Okay, so are you going to keep those the whole next hour?
Yep. Those aren't going to get canceled. I'll stick with them into whatever. So
let's say you get filled on one. When we open again, are you logging in and keeping your eyes on stuff or no?
Well, it'll all just be. I'll make sure that my stops and stuff are still there, but I really won't be watching it.
Got it.
Just kind of like I'll put my stop in and my targets, and maybe check it every half an hour. But I'm not going to sit at my desk and stare at it.
Got it. And Nick, you're flat across the board.
I'm flat. I tried that long earlier. Not much to do.
Yeah. And next way, you're flat too, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see where this thing ends up. Got another minute or so.
Jim, it's Warsh's first Jackson hole. How's it going to go?
Oh, I mean, he's got a lot of pressure on him, Nick. I think he's got to spill the beans a little bit.
Mm. It might be interesting.
Yeah, he's going to be around a lot of people, a lot of reporters, there's going to be a lot of, I think we're going to learn a little bit more, I hope.
That is now a financial services bucket list thing for me. I just want to go with a press pass and just hang out. I'll bring XY or so because that'd be even make it better.
Live data.
Mm-hmm. We'll do IRL content directly from Jackson Hole.
Well,
Just
Anthony
We'll
us
bring
made
Tracy
some
too.
great,
Tracy
made some great
Tracy
Ninja
would be
Trader
our
Live
guy.
microphones. So we have a Ninja
Just
Trader
us
Live
going, all right,
microphone
sell, guys,
thing.
sell. So wait, he said the thing, buy, buy, buy.
Here we go. Well, the bell
Here
is
it
about to
comes,
ring.
the bell.
There we go. That is, did we get to, we got to the mid, we got to the IB mid, barely. That's something. Anyway, well, great job as usual, you guys. Appreciate you being with us on NinjaTrader Live. Let's give these three a well-deserved round of applause, please. Well, what happened up there? All right, so tomorrow, big day, Tuesday, August 25th, we have special guest Gary Brody. He's a hedge fund manager turned to the good side, author of the This Week's 5 Things newsletter, which I get in my inbox every Saturday. It's pretty awesome. Deep Knowledge Investing is his website. Looking forward to that conversation with Gary tomorrow. T-Trades is going to be with us for Tape Talk. Merritt and Chris are going to be with us to trade the open as usual on a Tuesday, and then midday markets they'll be joined by Selma and Leo in the afternoon. Jack's coming back. Jack is turning in the hardest working dude in on NinjaTrader Live, but he'll be back tomorrow to trade the close with Nick. Nick is close second on the hardest working man, and then Stowe is also going to be with you guys trading the close. Don't see you on there, Jay.
I'll see you there tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. So big day tomorrow, everybody. It should be a lot of fun. And my guess, there's also the consumer confidence tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So that might kind of wiggle stuff around a little bit as well. As I think Fed's Barkin is talking tomorrow too. So we'll get some Fed speak anyway. Maybe not the real deal from Morsh, but Barkin is definitely speaking early in the morning. So having said all that, appreciate everybody being with us here on NinjaTrader Live. Remember, most important message of the day, please be safe out there. Be good to each other, and we'll see you soon.
Ciao, chat.
Bye, friends.
Later, guys.